Ooh,
Speaking
bringing him in.
Speaking of which, let's talk about high school a little bit. I would just scarf down food and leave a trace. Just
because we weren't getting fed at home, honey. That's why. This podcast contains discussions about sensitive topics. And I'm not saying this to sound mean, but like, who cares?
I quit my job for this.
Let Me Nostalgia Podcast. Hello. Welcome to Let Me Nostalgia. I am your host, co-host, I'm something, Faith. And then this is the other half of Let Me Nostalgia.
I am 50% of Let Me Nostalgia. My name is Brady.
Are we just like duo hosts or are we just co-hosts?
We're co-hosts. I would say we're co-hosts.
Co-host one, co-host two.
Yeah.
Thing one, thing two.
Thing one, thing two.
Pretty fitting. Okay, cool. Well, I'm Faith, and this is my brother Brady. And so we're siblings. Welcome to episode 4. We're doing great. 4 episodes in the book. So we're doing good. So how are you today, Brady? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm sure everyone wants to know. How
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I accomplished a lot. I ran some errands. This is my first Friday off I've had in like a month. So cheers. Cheers, everyone. If you cannot see, I am drinking wine. So cheers.
And you did not see this, but we also took a couple of pre-game shots before the episode started. We pre-gamed the shit out of this episode,
so get ready. We pre-gamed the shit out of this one.
Okay, it is 10:13 on a Friday night, so it's fine. It's Friday.
It's fine. We were supposed to start at 8:30. It's fine.
We were supposed to. This has been a trip.
I've had a pretty good day. I will say...
Why are you sighing?
Because there's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yeah, I wanted to discuss that because I'm glad you've had half a good day. Like a good day in your bubble.
A good day personally.
Yeah, a good day in your bubble.
But it's also like a very, very heavy day at the same time because... if you're listening in on this, we're going to take you back about 2 or 3 weeks ago when something really, really bad happened. And this is our in same day live reaction to it.
Yeah, so let's rip that Band-Aid off because
in case you've gotten over it, here's it again.
You can relive it as we're living it in real time. But so today, I'm doing okay overall. In like you said, my personal bubble is okay.
In our control, in our realm.
But the world is very heavy right now. Yeah. And today it was the meeting at the White House with the president of Ukraine that happened earlier today. So that is where we are.
Yeah.
In our timeline. And you were hearing this probably a couple weeks later because we are batching episodes to have some prepped and ready for future Tom. But that happened today.
In case you missed it.
Today was a shit show.
God.
There was a police siren. Yeah, like fucking.
I was about to say, speaking of shit show.
Yeah, fucking get them. But no, today has been. It's just felt heavy. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I watched the full, I guess, meeting, as you would call it, the meeting, and it was about an hour long. So I watched the full video today, and it was just very hard to watch. And I guess the words that come to mind for me are scary, dangerous, embarrassing,
reckless.
It's just like it's so harmful, and I think this has changed the trajectory of so many things and changed the dynamic of so many things that maybe some people don't fully understand what this has done. But we are very secure allies with Europe right now, and that is in jeopardy because of the people in power, and that's just very scary. And so I don't know, it's just very hard. And I've been having a hard time with this since I've been having a hard time with this for the past 8 years, but especially since November. And then today, like, it's just something new every single day. I think, like, a lot of people can relate. It is just something new every day, just thrown in your face. We're like, is this reality? Is this happening? This is a joke. There's fucking AI videos of Gaza and the Gaza Strip, which is so insane. It's not even real life. And then you have this meeting at the Oval Office with President Zelensky, and it doesn't seem real. It seems like a nightmare. And I think I don't know, in my mind, I've just been like, this is a fucking joke. And, like, it feels like a joke, but it's not funny. You know, it's not funny anymore. And I'm just getting angry. And the more I see and the more shit that's happening and funding being cut and people being fired and rights being taken away and people being imprisoned when they don't deserve it and allies being completely cut, like, it's not funny anymore. It's not. It never was funny, but they're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's just so fucking apparent and disgusting, and I'm just angry. And so I think I'm just feeling angry today about all of that shit. And maybe I got a little bit on that soapbox, but that's probably just the beginning.
That's okay.
There's going to be so many things. I feel like this is just the beginning of shit that is going to happen, where you're just like, how do we keep moving forward? Because you feel so helpless, and it's just really heavy, and it's embarrassing, and I hate it. I hate it. And allow me to preface this that by no means we are not a political podcast. This is not intended to go that direction, but I feel like when there are certain aspects out of the news and your everyday life that are being so drastically changed, and basic human rights are being stripped away. Our national parks are being depleted of the services and the service workers who are dedicated, like, their time and their energy to preserving these lands. And there's a fucking measles outbreak in your state right now.
There's a measles outbreak in West Texas and New Mexico right now. And no, we are not a political podcast, but we are humanitarians, and we believe in humanity, and we believe in the security and the rights of all human beings equally, preserving the liberty of the pursuit of happiness as a American citizen. That is what it's supposed to be. And right now, there's just a lot that's happening that is putting that in jeopardy. And it's not okay with us. And no.
I think that's okay to say. Like, it's
Absolutely.
not okay. It's not okay with me, and I don't think it ever will be okay with me. And this is like you said, it's a basic. These are our morals. These are our values. This is what we believe in, who we believe in. I want to be advocates for people out there. There are people that I care about that fall into these categories that are being stripped away from rights, that are being questioned, that are scared right now, and that's not fucking fair. And so, no, we are not a political podcast, but politics do affect all of us in one way or another, whether your eggs are $8 or whether there is someone knocking on your door saying they have a warrant to come and take you to Guantanamo Bay or whatever the fuck it is. Like, it is affecting real people. It is happening, and it's not, you can't be blissfully ignorant anymore.
Just because it's not happening in your world doesn't mean it's not happening at all.
Or people that you care about are scared of those things.
Exactly.
And so, it's just felt weird today. And just watching that, it's felt like a different shift in what, I don't know what the future is going to look like. And that's scary. I don't know what my children's future is going to look like. And it's just felt heavy. Yeah. And so but overall, like, I'm doing okay. But
we're doing the best we can with what we have. have.
Yeah, there's something new every single day, and it just gets so overwhelming. And I think my first emotion is just anger, and so I'm trying to work through that and not just be just fucking mad about it, and try to be like, okay, how can I actually help and do what I can? And you can call your representatives. It feels like a fucking waste of time in a lot of places, but still fucking call, make your voice heard. That is what we still can do right now. That is what we still have a right to do right now.
That's all we can do at this point.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Just be advocates, be safe places, be safe spaces to talk about these things, be outlets. That's all we can do.
You honestly, if you're listening to this, use us. We are a safe space for you.
We try to be. I think
like, so. I will definitely mark myself as an advocate and a safe space for anyone who does need it.
And people are scared right now, and they have the right. That is very valid.
Changes are coming.
That is very valid, and I am scared right now, and that is coming from someone who is white, who is privileged, who is straight. There's another siren. They're fucking... It's a wild night tonight.
It's Friday night.
Everyone's feeling it. Don't drink and drive, anybody. We're drinking at home.
Yes.
But no, that's coming from someone who is very privileged in a lot of aspects of their life. And I'm scared of what the future holds. And so I can't even fucking fathom how other people feel that are kind of on the chopping block right now. You know, their rights are on the chopping block, and their family's futures are on the chopping block. And so
they're privileged to get married.
Yeah. Do you know?
They're privileged to serve in the military.
Do you know right now? And this is like, so if my husband is black, my husband is African American, beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man. He's a gorgeous man.
He's African American. And in Tennessee right now, there is you can, if you go to the courthouse to get like your marriage license, you can be turned away by the county clerk if their religious beliefs do not fall into your marriage. So if you come in as an interracial couple, like me and Eddie are, if we came in as an interracial couple, they have the right to turn us away and not grant us a marriage license at that location. What?
God, in the words of one of our favorite high school teachers, God bless America, God bless freedom.
Yeah.
And I mean that with full sarcasm, the same way we did.
Yep. Ooh,
Speaking of which, let's talk about high school a little bit.
Okay, yeah, let's
talk about high school a little bit.
I need to get my mind out of that. So.
Well, it's important to note, and honestly, like, we felt that it was important to plant our foot down where we stood, and we hope that you can respect that. And we hope that you understand that we do mean it because we have hearts full of love. Like, we were both...
and it's not something too, like, I think it's important that, like, if you fall in line with how we are feeling right now, then we can relate. But if you do not fully fall in line with how we are feeling and you have other views, I think at the end of the day, we're all humans, and we all want compassion, we all want understanding, we all want to be loved, and we all want to be safe. And I think that is a blanket that everyone can fall on. So there are things that we can agree upon. Just be compassionate and be understanding and be respectful, and we can still, I think it's important to, like, I think if someone doesn't have the same view as I do when it comes to anything that's a polarizing belief, I think it's still important to hear them out and respect what they have to say, because they could teach me something that I don't know or that I don't fully get, and I could teach them something that they don't get. So I think it's just something like... I
feel the same way, except if those views are just straight racist or sexist or homophobic.
Well, yeah, there is a fine line in the sand.
If it is derived from hate, I'm sorry, you gotta reorganize your mindset.
No, if you're a fucking dick, get out of the chat. Like, you know, like don't don't do that. You can't say those things, or you can say those things, I guess, but like it's not going to be accepted. There's no validity to what you're saying because it's.
Are y'all good? Are you good?
We're fine here. I don't know. I don't know how Larry is down the street.
For you outside? Did we talk too loud?
Maybe they hear
that. They don't like that.
They're on to us. Holy shit. Now I'm spooked.
I'm kidding. Back to high school.
High school. Before I get arrested. High school.
Before you get arrested for saying an opinion that is not equivalent to someone else's.
I know.
Oh, God. I was thinking the other day, actually, so also, if you're listening to this now, everyone from our hometown knows because it's been circulating and they've driven past it. But also, our high school that we grew up in, that our older sibling grew up in, that our parents grew up in, was demolished today. So our high school was established in 1930.
I did not know it was that old.
It is 100. Actually, almost 100. It didn't even make it to 100. It was 95 years old.
Sad. Ouch.
I streaked on that football field.
We're going to have to get into that one.
That's a great story.
You can't just drop that and not give context. Shout out to who? Your fucking bare ass going through the football field?
Shout out Oliver Springs High School, the OG high school, the only one in that town. Yeah, right there beside Arrowhead Park.
Are you okay?
I am okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just taking a moment because
you're more emotional, I feel like, than I am. What is that? Aww. Wow. What does that say?
This is Oliver Springs Bleachers Creatures. So
Bleachers Creatures.
We were the Bobcats.
That was our mascot our high school.
The Bleachers Creatures was the student section. Anyone who has gone to an Oliver Springs basketball game specifically, between the years, I would say 95 to like 2010, 2011, give or take, had a pretty rockin' student section. We were loud, we were rowdy, we would piss off the opposing team, and they're like, because we were right beside them. The Oliver Springs, their home bench was on the far side. We were right beside the away team every time.
Yeah.
And we would always fuck with them. I remember that student section. So I played basketball until I was a sophomore in high school. I quit for 2 reasons. The biggest reason was because it started to become a chore. And I didn't want to hate the sport that I've grown to love so much. The other reason, because I was getting bullied to shit, but that's another story.
No,
that's a whole other thing.
We'll dive into that because now I'm pissed. I'm ready to be mad.
One thing that I want to discuss.
Okay.
And I want your opinions on.
I can definitely give you that.
Oliver Springs, now that the old high school has been demolished, tore down, the main reason being, side note, that it was demolished, it was really, really old and they did not have the funding to do the renovations that they needed, so it would have cost less money to just demolish it and build a different school.
Yeah, they moved all of the students out of a different school. They didn't just demolish it during a Friday while all the kids were in class.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
The students have all been moved within the last, I don't know if it's been it's been like a year or two or a couple of years since it's been occupied with students.
The last time I visited was a little over a year or two ago. I think it was about 2 years ago. I got to go to the building. I didn't get a chance to walk inside, but I went to the football field, the one that I streaked. Honestly, let's get into that story because that's one of my favorite stories ever from being a senior. It was senior night.
I want to hear it.
So
okay.
it was our very last night before our last day of class, which was a half day the next day. We all camped out at the football field. I forget whose idea it was. I have no idea
Probably
whose idea it was.
Yours, you
it
freak.
Might have been, but someone came up with the idea of let's streak from goalpost to goalpost across DJ Britton, just for the fuck of it. Now, I did this knowing that there was going to be people who stole clothes. Like, there
always is. That's the thing you do. We're all high school
kids. We're 17 to 18. We're all immature. Like, it's going to happen. So what I did was I took my shirt off, took my shoes off, took my socks off, put them on the bleachers, on the away bleachers. I just had like my gym shorts, and I think I had sweatpants because it was a little chilly. It was like in May still, so at nighttime it was like in the 50s. But what I did is whenever we said go, drop down, take them with me, run across, go back to get my other clothes. Because there was some of us that they took everything and they're just sitting on the 50-yard line like naked as a jaybird.
I was gonna say, how long were they naked? Like, did they ever get their clothes back, or were they just naked for the whole night?
But it was, that was a good memory. That was a good memory, and that was the last night before our last day of class, which was a half day. They let us out early. Our graduation was a week later. It sucks that it's tore down because, like, and here's what I wanted to ask you. Oliver Springs is selling the bricks of the high school.
Okay.
What's your opinion on that?
What do you mean?
I'll share my opinion.
I don't want to hear your opinion first. No, that sounded mean. No, I don't want it to influence my opinion. So your question is like, how do I feel about the bricks being sold? Like,
yes, being sold.
I think it's okay, I guess. I feel like if someone wants to spend their money on bricks from their high school and that's something they want to use part of their income for, do it. Is it something I would do? No. I don't really need that, but to each their own, do what makes you happy.
Here's my problem with it. Here's
I'm getting cozy for this one.
No, because I got a tiff with it. Like,
okay.
I understand that obviously funding for a new school requires
I was like,
a lot.
what are the... There's not they're already in a school. It's not like they're building a new school currently.
Exactly. So my thought is, what if you donated bricks from the school to alumni that went to the school and said, hey, this is available if you want it. Also, we're accepting donations for future renovations, future class needs, anything like that. Also, how much are they charging a brick? Because
I was going to ask you, do you know the price?
I don't know yet.
Do you know the price of these bricks?
How much are they charging a brick? Because that's honestly equivalent of them. It makes me mad in a sense because it's almost like, oh, here's a cinder block from the dugout at Arrowhead Park. You want to buy it? No, I don't want to buy it. I would like to find that and be like, oh, that's from my hometown. Same thing with a fucking brick from my high school. Like,
I get what you're saying, but also too,
I'll get off my soapbox, but I'm like, at the same time,
we are on our soapbox tonight.
I know it's from the high school, and granted,
no, it's
they
greedy.
Need funds, but
no, fuck that. It's greedy as shit. It's greedy as shit. Like, whatever. But like I said, if someone wants to spend their own personal hard-earned money,
I'm probably going to end up buying one.
You will have one in your fucking room. I know. I know you will end up buying one. You're sitting here bitching, and then you're going to fall.
Nostalgic as fuck.
And
then you're gonna the title.
Yes. Then you're gonna fall back on that sword, and you're gonna have like 3 bricks, like on each side of your room.
I just want one. I don't know. Also, are you going to categorize the brick? Where's the brick from? Because I want a brick from the gymnasium.
Dude, they did.
Or from like, God,
they didn't even have
maybe the weight room. I want a brick from the weight room. I want a brick from the fucking weight room. I hope they categorize that and like, I don't know, like put that in different sections. Like this is the English hall. This was the machine shop. Like. Honestly, you're gonna make a lot more money if you categorize that shit. I would pay a lot of money for a weight room brick.
They would never. They mixed up our lunch times all the fucking time. And you think they're gonna categorize bricks from a school that's been torn down? I didn't even get to go to lunch when I was supposed to half of the time. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, fair, but
I ate lunch an hour later, and they're like, "Whoops, whatever, go eat." I guess like no. And the thing is, too, like our high school was pretty small. Like
my graduating class was 81.
I was like, my graduating class was like high 70s, I think. So the fact that they are selling bricks from a school that occupied maybe 400 students at max. Get real.
No, there was a time.
Be humble. Check yourself. No.
There was a brief time I remember when we were 2A instead of 1A. We were 2A because we had like.
I don't even know what that means.
800. So 1A to my memory. 1A each. I think for every 500, I think for every 500 or 1,000 students or something like that, it's a different A class. So like, especially in terms of like sports. So the district championship or districts are factored by the size of school that you have. So like your district, you're not going to face, if you're a 1A with only like 500 students, you're not going to face like a 3A that has like 1,300 students in the same district. Yeah. Same thing with like regionals. It's based off of how many students are in each high school. So there was a time when we were 2A, and I'm not sure if it's per 500 or 1,000, but we were enough to be 2A. So we either had 600 or we had 1,100. I don't know.
Were you in the high school when it was 2A?
I was. Our older brother was. Mm-hmm. Our older brother was. I was whenever it dropped down to 1A. I was like, I don't remember there being that many students. I think if I recall, there were close to around 600 students whenever I graduated from freshman to senior in our entire high school.
Yeah, there was like probably 400. They were just whittling down.
Yeah.
The rats were taking over, so we needed to kick humans out to make room for them. Yeah, just like our childhood home. The rats needed space, so we had to kick the humans out. We'll get into that.
That's a Patreon episode. Also, can we take a break? I need more alcohol. So yeah, I don't know, like. I will. I'll probably end up buying a brick.
I know you will. I will not.
I'll keep it on this shelf. Because honestly, so and I'll go on record and say this.
Okay.
In all of my travels and everywhere I've been, everywhere I've lived, it's shown me an appreciation for my hometown. Because my hometown did teach me integrity and teach me honor and teach me seeing right from wrong. And
we're circling back to what we were talking about at the beginning.
I know. I am who I am because I grew up in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and because I grew up around the people that I did, and the second parents that I did that drove me home from basketball games, and that I stayed the night with at friends' house, and like I can still picture memories of honestly, each of my best friends' houses, how they were set up, and what we did on certain days. Like, I have such a good, like, vision of that. And the main reason I do is because, unfortunately, when we grew up, those were so few and far between because we were rarely let outside of our house.
Yeah.
But we have those memories, like you have those memories with your friends. I'm sure, like I have those with mine. I am who I am because I grew up in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. The only thing that Oliver Springs, Tennessee, I feel like was truly lacking was diversity.
There was not a lot of that.
There was not a lot of diversity, and I was yearning for something more. I was yearning. Oliver Springs is beautiful and it is always home, but the world is massive. And I was so curious about finding out about so much, and I wanted to learn more. Call back to earlier episodes, I've said like that is why I wanted to get out, was I wanted to learn more. I wanted to meet more people that grew up in different upbringings, different cultures, different backgrounds, like all of it. Like,
and we weren't exposed to that.
We weren't exposed to that. Like we learned a lot. We learned a lot of I feel like we learned a lot of really, really good life lessons, but only to a certain extent because so many people that we grew up with also grew up in those same exact zip codes. Yeah. And exact same coordinates. And like, granted, yes, you can...
I have a hot take.
I will end with this. You can learn a lot in the same area that you grew up in, but in my own personal experience, you can learn so much more whenever you do get out. And turn, it has led me to an appreciation of where I came from. Yeah. Like, I'm very, very grateful that I am an Oliver Springs class of 2011 graduate. Like, that is home to me. That will always be home. But I'm so also grateful that I've seen the things that I have seen and met the people that I have met and learned the things that I have learned. So,
God, you're so cute. It makes me sick. You're such a cute little cheese ball.
I'm a chili cheese coney from Sonic. I swear.
Extra cheese coney. So I have a hot take.
Shoot.
This is the reason I'm probably saying this hot take, because we did have a shot break. We did shoot like 5 minutes ago. So if there's a weird cut, it's because
you didn't notice it. You didn't notice it at all. If you're listening, if you're watching, hell, you didn't notice it at all.
We took a shot break. But I do not have the same feelings about high school or Oliver Springs or our hometown as you do.
And I have a hot take to your hot take.
Okay, I'm not done with my hot take. Fuck off. Like, give me my space.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm just bookmarking that.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. But no, I don't know, when it comes to, like, middle school is just middle school. You know, you're just awkward in middle school. Like, you're making memories, and it's the foundation.
Yeah, it's where you start planting the seeds of finding out who you want to be.
Yeah, and like your friend group and things like that. It's kind of the foundation of stuff.
Your friend group and your coaches.
Yeah,
I had a really good coach in middle school.
Yeah, and mentors and stuff like that. You did.
I had I will not shout him out by name. Eddie, you can clip this. Side note. Going back.
God, stop making him do more work.
No, he told me to do this, okay? All right, we're going back in 3, 2, 1. I am eternally grateful. I actually just realized this recently. I had a basketball coach in middle school. I actually had 2 of them that were very, very good mentors, but my head coach, I realized something, or I guess I remembered something from a while ago. He taught me to just stop and think. Take a deep breath. don't move too fast. I honestly think he probably knew I was ADHD before I even knew I was ADHD.
Well, our parents were like, no, everything's perfectly fine. Our kids are not, they do not have problems.
But
like,
no, I have a very soft spot for my middle school basketball coach. He was also my history teacher at that time. But no, he taught me a lot. I feel like he helped. You talked about laying the foundation. Mm-hmm. He helped me lay the foundation of who I wanted to be. And as someone who is now 32 years old, 20 years later, looking back, I am so thankful that I had someone like him, someone with his life experiences, someone with his morals, his character, his personality, his sense of humor. He was fucking hilarious. He taught me so much, and I am so thankful for that man. And I don't think I ever got the chance to tell him, but
you're telling him now.
If he's fucking listening.
Yeah, probably not. Probably fucking not, but we'll just say it's out there now. So
anyway, go ahead.
That's good
with
enough.
What you were going to say.
No,
I did not mean to sidetrack that.
No, it's okay. I think, I just have different views and feelings on what I got out of that time of my life in comparison to what you got out of that time of your life.
I hate that for you.
No, and it's okay, because I think it sounds so cheesy, but my journey started once I left high school, once I went to college, because I went to college in a different city a couple hours away, and that's
You're not
when
the only one who feels that way.
I feel like that's when my journey started, but the thing is like I started dating my husband in high school, so I can't just shit on my high school experience because that's where our relationship started.
But you also got the gratitude and the blessing of meeting one of the greatest human beings who have ever existed.
That could be a whole other. I could just like gush about my husband for days.
I love that man. I strive to be that man. Also, I probably should hide the labels. I don't know how that works. We're not monetized yet.
I was like, we're not big enough. We're not big enough yet, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I can't fully discredit my high school experience, but overall, like, this might be a hot take, but I don't feel like Oliver Springs was ever my home. It never felt like home to me. Even my childhood home never felt like home to me. I go back and I don't have those feelings of like, oh my God, I miss this. This is where it all happened. You know, like
Are you still searching for your home?
Probably. I think I am. I don't think I found home in my family, my chosen family. I found home in my husband and my children and like you and very close friends and certain family members. I found home in them, but in a location, I have not found a home yet. I've never felt fully at home because we lived in the same house I lived there since I was born to when I turned 18, barely hanging on by a fucking thread, but it's still there. But I lived there for almost 20 years, and then I went to college, and I was in a dorm, and then you're doing the college shit, and you're bouncing around from cheap apartment to cheap apartment and stuff. And so, I've just never felt like a location is home yet, and that's kind of what we're looking for right now, like my family and I think that's okay. But like I look back at high school, and it's something I feel like you have very fond memories of that, which I'm very happy you do. I'm very glad that you do, because you deserve that, and it's good to reminisce and have those.
I was surrounded by some really good people. And I could have been a complete fuck. In a way, I feel like I was an absolute shithead. I was an absolute douche canoe.
How?
And I was just because I had carried that mask that we were taught growing up with as like a teenager, and I thought I was invincible, and I thought like I could do no wrong, and I'm like, You're gonna love me. I'm Brady. Like, no, shut the fuck
That's
up
fair.
and check your ego, dickhead. Like,
That's fair. I don't think you weren't that big of an asshole. Like, you were like 30% an asshole.
I tried to be friends with literally like everyone I met.
I don't think you were too much. I think you were cocky sometimes. You had kind of like a little bit of cockiness in like high school, but nothing too crazy. I feel like that's just normal at that age. It's normal at that age just to be like, oh, I'm hot shit and nothing can touch me.
I will say at the end of the day, like, I just wanted connection. I just wanted to connect with people. Like, I just wanted to have friends. I wanted people to get along. Like, that is one thing. I don't know if I've ever, honestly, like, if I can credit anything to us staying isolated in that house as much as we did, is that gave me the space to dream of what I wanted my life to look like.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to pursue and what I wanted to do with my path. What I wanted to put my energy towards. And it was always towards like bringing people together, learning from people. Like, there's way too much fucking hate in the world as is. Like, at the end of the day, if you sit down and have a conversation with someone, hopefully you're going to understand where they're coming from and who they are as a human being. Unless you just have hate in your heart, if you go in with love, you're going to build a connection with someone. I've met some of the, and I've said this before, but I will take this to my fucking grave and I will be saying this for the next 50 years. I've met some of the most amazing people in my life just from getting out of my hometown and meeting people from different aspects. People from the Middle East, people from Europe, people from out west, people, someone who grew up in Canyon City, Colorado, surrounded by desert mountains and found some of the greatest group of friends she could ever imagine finding at CSU. Like, people like that, you have to get out of your comfort zone. And you have to take a leap into something unknown to find something that you have never known existed.
Yeah.
And that's tying back to what you said about you haven't found your home yet, is because you haven't met people from different aspects of life that, even though they have a different childhood, a different teenage years, a different college age than you do, they have similar lessons and similar.
I've met some.
Exactly.
I've met some. And some of those people are like my fucking favorite people in the world. Like, I had a friend in college, and I'll shout him out right now. His name is Sergio, and he is my fucking.
I love that man.
He is my fucking guy. Like, I love this man to the ends of the earth.
I want to hug his neck soon. I need to see him soon.
I love this man to the ends of the earth, and I met him in my freshman year of college. He is such good friends with my husband. He is one of my best friends. We don't talk very much. Right now it's very like occasional up and down, but like I would jump in front of a train for that person. And he was born in Mexico. He lived in Chicago for a long time, and I was just honestly like lucky enough for the fucking universe to merge us into college our freshman year at the same time, and we're just young and stupid and we have no fucking idea what we're doing in probability and statistics class, and we meet each other, and it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Like, meeting him was such a turning point in my life. He is one of my best friends. I have some really great friends that come from different, like you said, different cultures, different states, different ages. Like, I have friends that are 10 years older than me or 5 years older than me or whatever that I connect with very well. And yeah, I think like
older
at the
and
end,
younger.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's important to learn about like this new upcoming generation too.
I also have a friend. She's a relative, like a by marriage relative, but she's in her very early 20s, and I'm obsessed with her.
She's amazing.
I love her. Like, so I have a good range of ages, backgrounds, different cultures, different states that they lived in and stuff. And so I think at the end of the day, it's such a beautiful thing, because I think at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all just want to be loved, and we all just want to be understood. And that is kind of the goal. You know, that's the whole thing, is every single person wants to feel love, whether it is from a spouse, a friend, a family member, whatever. They just want to be loved in some capacity. And so I think finding that common ground with so many different people from different backgrounds is really cool. And we can all relate to each other in that way, no matter where you come from, no matter what you believe in, no matter who you are. We're all going to fall on that. You know, we're humans. We want to be loved. We want to be understood. It's as simple as that. And that's beautiful. But anyway, I fucking hated high school. And that's something I did not enjoy. I'll go back.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
because
okay.
I have
Like
such a different opinion on it.
I am so glad that you did. And the thing is like, I spent probably 60% of my high school time fucking making out with my boyfriend then, who is now my husband, which was great. Wouldn't change that. But overall high school itself, nah, I didn't have the best time. I wasn't surrounded by the best people. There were a few people in high school that I can think back on and think really fondly of, and I had good memories with them. And I feel like most of the people in high school I was friends with because they were in the same place. Like, we spent 8 hours together every single day, so it was very convenient. It was like you kind of had to get along to make it bearable. So they were in the right place at the right time. And that sounds very harsh, but that's just kind of how it is. And then there's a few people that you connect with. There's a few people that I connected with that I can think of right now. And I'm like, as my adult, almost 30-year-old, married, 2 children, Faith, I can look at them and be like, I would be friends with them now. I would choose to spend my time, which is finite, which is not promised, takes energy. I have to find a babysitter. Yeah, it is time. And I would choose that time and spend with them. There are a few people that I can think of that would fall in that category. But most of them, not really. Like my best friend, one of my best friends in high school, I'm still really close with her. We went to college together. We were roommates in college. We are still talking all the time. I love her. She's probably going to be a guest on this podcast at some point.
Y'all were in each other's weddings?
We were in each other's weddings, and she fucking knows. She knows crazy Faith on a level that other people don't know crazy Faith. So she has a lot to say. Panda Suit Faith on Halloween playing beer pong is really fun, but she knows crazy Faith. So she can share a lot. So we will get to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. I think that's the thing is some people, I think it's important to say that some people have their experience in high school being very positive, that you can look back on and you feel it's almost like a light, you know? It was very positive. You loved it.
It's a beacon.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. It's a place that you go back to, memories and people you go back to, and you're like, this gives me solace. This makes me feel safe. This makes me feel warm, you know? It's just a cozy, happy, nostalgic time.
Yeah.
And then some people, their experience isn't that way, and that's okay. There's not that much stock into it. It's a short amount of time. You don't really learn that much of what you're going to need in the future.
Yeah.
I only had one teacher. He was my fucking econ teacher who taught me things that were important that I needed in my future. Every other teacher, well, not every other teacher, but a lot of teachers I had did not teach me that. But he was the one that really, I still think about that when I'm writing checks to pay my rent. I think of him and I'm like,
he taught me how to do this.
I'm like, he did a good job. And I also had
this check is immaculate.
I know. I'm like, I I also had a major crush on him when I was in high school. Oh yeah, I was like in love with my econ teacher. And if people are listening to this from Oliver Springs High School,
it's hard not to fall in love with him. He's the best.
Oh my God,
he's the fucking best.
He's the best. But my class that I had him with they were such douches, and they were so disrespectful, and they just like yelled at him all the time. And I'm like, be nice to him. I love him. Like I was so.
No, he's a genius. He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
It's not that he's just like, yeah, he's very smart and he's wonderful at what he does, but he fucking cared about us.
He does care.
I think that's the thing. He is one of the few teachers where
that gives a damn.
Yes, I was in love with him, but outside of that fact, like he was one of the few teachers where like when he taught, it felt like he was actually trying to like make our lives better for the future. Mm-hmm. And there are not that many teachers that we had, unfortunately, that did that. And he was one that stands out in my mind where I was like, he fucking tried. He showed up every single day on a teacher's salary, which is like negative $30, and fucking tried every day. And that's all you can ask for. You know, that's more than we fucking deserved with the shit talkers in our class.
Like there's a small handful of teachers that I wish I could go back in time and just give them a hug and just say thank you. Thank you for fucking giving a damn.
You're making a difference, because I feel like teachers. Yeah. I'm not a teacher. I don't think I could. I don't think I have the capabilities.
I wanted to be a teacher. I
could see you being a teacher.
I did.
I could see you being a teacher, but I don't think I have the capabilities. I do not have the capacity to be a teacher, because it takes a fucking lot to be a teacher. And you are so disgustingly underpaid for what you do. Drives me crazy. But I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. But no, there are some teachers that I guess I would want to go back, because I feel like you just get in the routine of doing the same thing, teaching the same classes, the same lessons every day, and you feel like it's just a part of the day. It's the routine. But I would love to go back and just be like, no, like you are making a difference. You are making my life better. You are making this 45 minutes of my day. Like I will remember this 10 years from now. And I will be talking about you on a podcast with my brother 10 years from now. So you matter. Like you are actually changing how I feel about this subject, about who I am. You're making a difference. And there are teachers out there that care about that. And
absolutely.
That's what matters. And
so if I may take the baton from you, because I have someone, honestly, was my middle school geography teacher. Our older brother had her.
Well, you'll have to give me a name after the episode, because I'm not. Geog. Oh, I never had her. She had retired by the time that I got to that grade. So, but I heard she changed the world.
No. This was the first teacher that called me on my bullshit before I knew my bullshit was bullshit.
You always need one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So she used to call me Messy Dueling, because whenever I would eat lunch like a fucking Neanderthal. Like I would just scarf down food and leave a trace. Just
because we weren't getting fed at home, honey. That's why. Because you had to fucking scarf that shit down to save it for the next 2 days.
It wasn't that bad until we were 15.
Messy dueling. You don't know what's going on at home.
No. But also, I credit her for planting the seed in my love of travel and my love of geography and my love of knowing what different climates are like. Why South America is more humid than we are here. Why, like,
All of it's changing now because of climate change.
Yeah. Like, honestly, a geography lesson in 2025 would look a hell of a lot different in 2005.
It looks like in 8 years, an asteroid could have fucking crashed into the Earth and end all humankind. So, yeah, a lot is changing. I'm stressed.
See, none of this fucking matters.
I'm stressed. It's okay.
But no.
Use less plastic, please. Please. For the love of our children, use less plastic.
Please. Recycle. A. B. I credit her for my love of history, my love of traveling, my love of geography, and my love of caring about the world at its most natural and most beautiful. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have a lot of diversity in our hometown, but there are a handful of people that instilled a lot of goodness in us.
Oh yeah, and I'm not saying that like our hometown was filled with just like garbage people.
It wasn't. No. There's a whole lot of good people that we were raised around.
Yeah. There were some wonderful people that were.
We had a lot of good mentors, a lot of good influences.
Very kind and very accepting. And my husband, when we were in high school, my husband was one of very few, like I can count on one hand, black people in our school. And he had some people that he had some teachers, and honestly our peer group was very like it wasn't even a thing. Like he was very accepted in our school.
That's how it's supposed to be.
By most people, and so we were filled with some people that were very non-judgmental and just viewed people for who they are and what their mind is and what their heart is. And I think that's what's important. And we had some teachers that were that way too, but then we also had some fuckheads that were trying to run me and Eddie over in a parking lot because we were interracial in high school and we're 16 and they're just trying to run us over in a parking lot. Like so it varies, you know, like it varies. There are some, but I feel like that's in every city and every town. True. You're gonna have that balance. You're gonna have
pockets of certain individuals.
Yeah, you're gonna have people that are more extreme and harsh, and then you're gonna have very uplifting, kind people that just see people for who they are, and then you're gonna have some people in the middle that are just like, I'm just here to fucking do what I do. I'm here to go to work, I'm here to go to school, do my job, whatever, and then I go home. That's all I do, and that's fun.
Life.
That's fun. Okay, this episode has been so fucking messy.
I love it. No, I love this so much.
Welcome to Fucked Up Fridays on the Let Me Nostalgia podcast.
Honestly, we set out to be honest about our lives and about where we grew up and like what we've learned in our lives. And honestly, this is all part of it. And people have the ability to share that same perspective. A lot of people get it.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying it's very messy. We acknowledge that this episode is a lot less structured and a lot more messy.
I wanted to have fun with this one. I really wanted to have fun with this one.
I think this was fun. Like I said, I think I said in the last episode, I was like, I had fun.
Hour.
We are over an hour, so we probably need to fucking wrap it up. We can record tomorrow and maybe do like the next bit.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
But I just want to say, because now we have said already in this episode that we are recording a little bit ahead of time. But recording this, we have just published our first episode. This week we have published our first episode of this podcast. And
also, my hair was real fucked up in that first episode.
Oh my god. Get out. It was its own little character back there. He was having a great time.
He was loving life. He was having a great time. He was 30, flirty, and thriving.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm here for the ride. But no, I just want to say, like, it has been so much fun publishing this and getting feedback from family and friends and even strangers that I've never met, like reaching out saying that they have enjoyed it, and comments and people that are listening, because I don't know, it's just hard for me to wrap my brain around someone fucking like giving a shit about what we have to say for an hour, you know, like who the fuck is gonna do that? But the fact that you are means more than you know. And so we have gotten a lot of positive feedback from that first episode, and it's just been so much fun, and we just love being able to share that and share this side of us too, where it's just very unfiltered, and this is just how we talk to each other on FaceTime, and so that's why we fucking turned it into a podcast. And
you're essentially listening in to Faith and I's like
regular conversations drunk on her front porch, like yeah, that's what it is, and you're just a part of it, and it's a lot of fun. And so, no, I just want to say, like, anyone who is supporting us and subscribing and liking and fucking listening, it's just like a huge thank you, because I can't imagine, I don't know why, but keep coming, because we like having you here, and we're gonna keep doing it every week, every Tuesday. I think Tuesdays are our set date that we are publishing episodes, so every Tuesday. And if not, then there will be an update on our social media. So we will have all of our social media plugged. We are on Spotify. We are on YouTube. We are on Apple now. As of today,
we are now on Apple. Yes.
We are on Apple, so you can listen to us on Apple. And we have TikTok. We have Instagram. So yeah, we're just still having fun. And I just want to say thank you, because this has been kind of a surreal week for me to be like, oh, like we're doing this and people are listening to it, and being able to see like our cover photo on Spotify with our episode underneath. Isn't that weird for you? Because it's fucking weird for me to see. I was like, whoa.
It's so for me, it's been, honestly, this has been a dream of mine for many years. I've just kind of had this inkling that like I was very fortunate and blessed with the gift to connect with different people from different aspects of life. So to all of those who are listening that we grew up with, that know us from wee itty bitty ages. And
we are so different now. You have no fucking clue.
No,
you don't know who we are.
It's been fun to reminisce with y'all, and it's been fun to share like parts of like how we grew up together, and kind of give our perspective on that. And for everyone that we've met recently that did not know us at a younger age, it has been very fun to let you in on this kind of backstory of how we became who we are and what molded us into the human beings that you know today. So thank you so much for being along with the ride. I am very thankful that we are doing this. This is a lot of fun, and I am excited for what the future holds. So fuck it, I'm drunk, I'm gonna say it, we're gonna have guests.
I was like, yeah, we've already said that.
No, but we're gonna have guests soon.
Not too soon, but
we're gonna have guests soon. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some guests soon.
And like the next 30 episodes we talked about, so it's gonna be a while. Hold your britches.
We may have a surprise guest. We might.
We need to discuss this. What do you mean?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm excited about what the future's going to hold. I'm excited about the conversations we're going to have on the screen, behind these speakers, with you all. Thank you so much for being a part. I just squeaked there for a second.
You did. I heard it.
But I love y'all. Thank y'all. I'm having so much fun with this, and I'm very thankful for all of y'all. And I'm thankful
for you, Brady.
I'm thankful
for you, Brady. This has been a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I love chilling with my big bro, and we just fucking shooting the shit, getting drunk. Not all the time. This is the first drunk episode.
No, this is probably the first and maybe only episode for a while we get really fucked up. But
We might have I think we should have like regular little ones sprinkled in just for fun, like the 20th episode, the 30th episode, we just get a little tipsy.
maybe.
That'd be fun.
We'll see.
My liver probably can't handle it. Pass away. But no, I'm having fun with you, and I'm having fun with all the listeners and all the people that people have texted me this week saying that they listened to the episode and they've really enjoyed it, and it's just so sweet because I'm like, oh shit, you're listening to something that we are doing and something that we're putting time and energy into, and people care about it. That's weird. Never had that before. But it's just great, and so we're really excited, and we're gonna keep this going. So every Tuesday we are posting episodes. Our social medias are linked below: Spotify, YouTube, Apple. Check them all out. We're here for the party.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys.
I love this.
Do you?
I really do. I really do.
Yeah. Okay, well, we will see you in the next episode. Thanks for fucking listening to our drunk asses for the last hour and a half.
I hope you've had as much fun as we have.
It's been a good time.
It's been a great time. Next time we're doing acid. I'm kidding. Anyway, y'all have a great...
Brady's doing acid. I'm drinking kombucha. Like, I'm going to take a multivitamin. That's going to be what I'm going to do.
Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you on the next episode. This is Brady.
And I'm Faith. And this is Let Me Nostalgia Podcast.
That was horrible. That was horrible. Let Me Nostalgia Podcast. Thank you so much. We will see you on the next episode. Y'all have the best week. Bye.
Bye. And I'm not saying this to sound mean, but like, who cares?
I quit my job for this.
Let Me Nostalgia Podcast.